But the long pass is incomplete. On 2nd and 10, a 4-wide-out set, trips right. To the air, it's Sellers. They're trying to get to it. And the quarterback is snowed under.
Sometimes you beat your guy and you get sacked so clean. And sometimes, like on this play, the DBs do a great job covering, make the QB hold the football, and then the rush gets home.
He'll take a shot. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down. The Gamecocks will call on their punt team. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
And offenses want to continue to feature the run. They want balance. Even if it's not super successful, you can take it little bit at a time just to keep that defense honest.
And they get the sack just like that.
Oftentimes with play action, you're asking the quarterback to hold on to the ball a bit longer, and you're asking this offensive line to hold up and pass pro a bit longer. Against this athletic front seven.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Well, they didn't let him get loose for a big return, but he still made the big play, and they'll take over at the 17.
And you don't see this very often. The big defensive linemen, you see these guys rush the quarterback most of the time, but how confusing is it, Paul, when it looks like they're rushing, they drop in coverage and make the big interception?
Well, I don't think that quarterback thought he could even make the play. How about the eye-hand coordination and his ability to snatch the football?
Touchdown, South Carolina! That is the ultimate grab and go for the score. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. That's exactly what you want to do when you have that type of field position. Strike quickly, and they did. One play, and they put it on the board. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. And they're not on the same page there. The Pandas will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return. Gets a little bit of ground for the offense. He's going to pass. Going to take a shot. And it's caught inside the 25. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. They'll throw it on 1st down. Going for it all. And that one was way too far for anybody to catch, except the ticket holders. And the Gamecocks in the hurry up.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds.
Deep shot for the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Gamecocks. With that last one, he now has 40 career touchdown catches.
I mean, he's just been a playmaker. This guy, they feature him. He's been in the end zone that many times because they can feature him in so many ways. They find ways to get him the football because Palmer, he always makes plays.
And he's always open even when he's not. Throughout his career, think about single cover, double cover, triple cover. You're still throwing him the ball because he's going to find a way to make it happen. 40 TD catches. That is awesome.
Offense set on 1st down. He'll pull it on the read. At the 35, he's open. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
Well, this is one of the fastest quarterbacks in college football, and that's why the option's a good idea, because if he can get out in space and he gets a chance to get downfield, he is really difficult to tackle, and he's very difficult to catch, as you saw in that last play, getting a first down.
And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
Offensive linemen love to run the power. Why? You run power. You run power. Then you can play action. You don't want that defense to be sitting there saying, it's a pass, it's a pass.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a third down. Trying to pick up a first down. On third down, going up top. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. How about that alert play from the defense to scoop it up? Touchdown, Gamecocks! The defense with the scoop and score.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
They're out there to kick it off. The return team must rivet that ball to their rib cage. Can't afford another turnover. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. And let's see what kind of ball plays this offense has ready. Coming out on first down with the play fake. Makes the grab. It's Kelly. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. Let's see what they've got on second down. The play action fake. They're bringing heat. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down. They line up with some serious work to do if they want to convert this one. It's a draw. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. And the Pandas will send out the punt unit. He's got great speed. Very little will make a crowd hold its breath like a punt return, and he brought them to their feet on that one. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away. Now 2nd and 10. Quarterback checking the play. Dropping back, it's Sellers. He'll take the deep shot. Makes the grab. They will score. Touchdown, South Carolina.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays, just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Fires into traffic, intercepted. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Unleashes one deep. And it's a touchdown. It is also a play in which there is a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So a little too much contact through the PI flag. They'll decline that one, and the touchdown stands. And the extra point just tacks a little bit more onto this huge lead. And that is the height of efficiency on that drive. Make a big play in the passing game, single snap, get a touchdown. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And the offense out on the field to go back to work. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use.
Right down the gut of the field. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown, Panda.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Fair catch called for and made. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Gonna run it. It's Sanders. They've got him down at the 40 after he ripped off 15 yards. The Gamecocks racing to the line in a hurry up.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
This QB has had a lot of success all day long, throwing for so many touchdowns, looking very comfortable. Finally, the defense gets to him.
And he makes the grab at the 20. Touchdown, Gamecocks. A great catch and run for 6.
The quarterbacks have to do a great job in the pocket, letting routes develop, taking their time. He does, throws the ball down the field, receiver catches it, and then does the rest, takes it in to the end zone for 6.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So, guys, we'll see this offense again. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on that.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They scored here. We're in for a ball game.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. DB's locked up tight on the receivers. Quarterback wants to throw on 2nd down. Finds his tight end. At the 35, he's loose. Slicing and dicing through this defense, and they've got it down to the 23. The Pandas will snap it on 1st and 10.
And that's good enough for a first down.
Looking to move it through the air. Here comes the rush, and they've got it wrapped up at the 28. While we're only through one, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line.
42 and 7.
2nd down now as they're ready to go back to work. He's looking to throw. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with
nowhere to go, and the ball is loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. And the quarterback just ran out of time there, and they were able to knock it free.
Quarterbacks have got to do a great job keeping 2 hands on the football, especially.
Throws toward the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
Hey, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And now this offense will take the field again. Running to the left. Couldn't fight his way out of his grasp.
I think the offensive coordinators over there going, thank goodness we don't play them every week. This defense has been suffocating. This offense got to find something moving forward that they can hang their hat on, some kind of identity. Today they were shut down, but listen, there's a game next week, right? Like, got to continue to find what it is that makes...
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
That is now the 7th sack on defense. This offense cannot protect their QB. It doesn't matter if the defense is blitzing or if they're just winning one-on-one. 7 sacks, that's just ridiculous.
And this defense is bringing the heat. Another sack. And the Pandas line up to punt it away. 3 and out and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. So from the shadow of his goalpost, he gets the punt away. Good job by the coverage unit to put a stop to that return. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. He wants to start this drive with a pass. And he'll sail it way too far for everybody.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target. Like
fires toward the end zone. And it's caught! Touchdown, South Carolina!
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. And now the offense will come onto the field again. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3 and out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
The give to the running back from the shotgun. 1-step wrap, 2-step squeeze. This junior knows how to get him on the ground. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Off the play fake. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense. When you've already sent your punter out 4 times, at least he knows he's going to get his varsity letter and his leg. He lobs one high down the left side. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. The Pandas will punt this one away. They may have to pay him overtime. He's punting for the 5th time today. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up.
Going to throw it over the top of the D. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in. After the quarterback and receiver failed to hook up, they'll try it again on 2nd down. Scanning the field, it's Sellers. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection. And the Gamecocks will hustle to the line. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He's got it inside the 25. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And this offense is clicking. Another touchdown. Didn't have to go far for this drive, but this offense is doing what they want, how they want, when they want.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fielded in the end zone, it's Jeffrey. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. So we'll see this offense make its way out to start the drive. David, the punter got some work last time. They'd like to keep him on the sidelines in this drive.
Yeah, it's not something you want to say very often. You don't want the punter. This offense needs to get back lathered up and get a little bit more of a rhythm.
Best way to do that, identify where your best players are and just get them the football. Give these guys some touches to kickstart this offense.
And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
The give to the left. Running with power. And Shore tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. And the Pandas will line up to punt it away. They're up to a half dozen kicks today. So from his own end zone, the punt is away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Wants to throw on first down. He wants to go deep. And is knocked away and incomplete. The defensive back staying in phase and batting it away. They'll line up for a second down play. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Misfired on first down, back to the air on second. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
As a quarterback, this is going to be a very tough game. You're going up against one of the top 20 units in the entire country. They know who your primary target is. They're going to be keying on him, just like...
Trying to get behind the defense. Got it. And he will score. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they cover the final 54 yards with the explosive play in the passing game for 6. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. All right, guys, so here's the offense back on the field again. Their drive chart is starting to look a little monotonous. Punt, 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 David.
And their defense is starting to get a little frustrated, too. They just keep putting me back on the field, possession after possession. Jesse, this offense needs to get their heads out of their you-know-whats.
The punter's on the sideline with the oxygen mask right now. He's been playing so much. He's not used to this. This offense, they just got to stay on the field. They've got to put a drive together and get some balance going, running and throwing the ball.
Still on his feet at the 45. He's loose down the left side. Touchdown, Pandas! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him.
Number 5.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous if he gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Going up top on first down. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. He's not afraid to go deep. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, South Carolina. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, a big-time top 15 duel. Let's get right to it. Ohio State is running away with things, and I'm not sure even Bucky saw this coming today from this offense. They're up 14 over Indiana. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. fellas.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. They'll start this drive with a pass. Got it in the middle, it's Parrish. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. The Pandas are in the hurry up. He's going to pass on second down. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
South Carolina.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Fast motion from the offense. They'll give it to the back. And he's not going to get there. The defense stands tall and makes the stop. And the Pandas send out the punt unit. They'll look to pin him deep. He'll field the punt and see what he can get. Working his way on the return up to the 40-yard line before he stops. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Line gets set, first down. Looking for a man, it's Sellers. He wants to take the top off. Grabs it inside the 15. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And once he found daylight, it was Katie bar the door, baby. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
South Carolina, 84. Pandas.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Finds his big tight end. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. That's quite a start to a drive, and now they'll snap it from midfield.
First down for the offense.
Looking to go up top on first down. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? The incomplete pass leaves him with second down. He's looking to throw. Fires to the tight end. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They need the 40 to convert here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Getting some heat. And the missed connection on third down.
Man, this quarterback is going to need an ice bath when this game is over because he is getting whacked. We've seen him go down. He's been sacked time and time again. He just got nailed another time on that last play. He can't wait for this game to be over.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They've got some time to work with here, Jesse, and if they get a first down, they might really get aggressive.
I'd be aggressive right out of the gate. I'd be throwing for a...
He's going for a big play downfield. Catch inside the 25. And a pickup of better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. And he's got it! Touchdown, Gamecocks! He's no stranger to the end zone. His 50th career touchdown grab.
Doesn't matter who's calling plays. Doesn't matter who the quarterback is. You throw this guy's direction if you want to win games. He is a difference maker. He's one of the best in the nation. 50 touchdown catches is incredible.
It's just incredible production and just sustained production consistently week in and week out in the lineup. You know, you're going to throw him the football, you know.
Offense. will take over.
What an unbelievable number to hit.
Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one so far from there in Columbia.
14.
The Pandas will try to kick this one deep to get things underway in the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5.
Well, that is a very disappointing kickoff return. They've got to do a better job up front blocking these guys running down the field. There was just nowhere for that return man to go.
They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5, and they'll try to get this drive started. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down. The Gamecocks want to crank the tempo.
You know, they say sometimes for quarterbacks the hardest throws to make are when the guy's wide open. How do you miss that throw if you're the QB? Just put air on it. You could underthrow it by...
Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. He's got it down the left side. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Defense.
And the offense didn't need to accept the penalty thanks to that big play. Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out 1st downs on a penalty. He wants to throw. Feeling some heat. Grabbed over the middle. It's Jacobs. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the 1st down. And the Gamecocks are in the red zone. Looking to throw on 2nd down. Touchdown, South Carolina! And the pummeling has started. Like a Thanksgiving turkey, they're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
They'll put this one in play. 1st snap of the drive from the 25. On the option. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a 1st down.
I love it. What a play call. Going to the fullback in the running game, and he shows you that he's got some ability. This guy was a big-time high school running back, and he shows you the wiggle. He's got some ability to break tackles, and he helps his offense out.
And that defense doesn't allow a cutback, and they get him out of bounds after a short gain.
And it's just simple 1st down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Here comes the option. Turns it on in midfield. They finally make the stop, but the big run is plenty to move those sticks for the 1st down.
The fullback. This takes me back to my days growing up, watching the fullback, being on the field every single play. You don't see that anymore, but the big fella gets the football. Hey, he looks like he knew what to do with it, too. Nice little pickup, little agility, little speed, but mostly a lot of just girth and strength and just grown man.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the 1st down. Less than a yard to go to pick up the 1st down. The toss sweep to the right. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Well, the head coach told us in pregame he liked the way his defensive speed matched up, and it's really hard to get the edge against these guys.
And everybody wants to run outside and get their fast guys in space, but you look at how fast these backers close and run the football, it looks like you've got a little bit of space out wide, and then, boom, it's gone in a hurry.
And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. Well, they got 3 back, but that's about all you can say about it. So after the made field goal, they'll kick it away and rely on their defense.
I think that's one the kick returner is going to want to take back. That was a ball he probably should have let run through the end zone, give themselves better field position, but now they are way backed up.
They're backed up, 1st and 10 from inside their own 5. Let's see if they can create some space. From his end zone, he'll go up top. Going for the big play. He hauls it in, and nobody's close. He's off to the races. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And the beatdown has ensued.
What an enormous play. The 99-yard touchdown pass. But Palmer, when you're in that end zone and you're backed up and you could take a safety, what's going through your head?
Oh, man, your clock's going on. You know you got to get the football out quick, but I'll tell you, you're also licking your chops because you know in this area of the field, you probably have one-on-one opportunities to the outside. So if you get time and you're able to make an accurate throw, you could hit Hader, and they just did right there, going 99 yards to the crib.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Off-play action on 1st down. Looking down the middle. Fires and picked off. Not a lot on the return, but they can live with that as they got it at the 49.
Well, the offense turns it over, and talking to their coaching staff before this game, they talked about how important it was to have good ball security and not give the opponent extra possessions. That time, poor decision by the quarterback, and the defense made them pay.
They're going to open this drive with a pass. Sends it downfield. Smashes through. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And the route is on.
That is exactly what most offenses will do. Big momentum play. My defense creates a turnover. I'm being aggressive. I'm going for the big score, the big play down the field. They get rewarded. They get the big passing touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Comes out throwing on 1st down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Wicks. Slips through his hands and incomplete, and they had everything set up for the screen except the catch. They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Fires downfield. Working the middle. Running toward the tape. The 10. And he'll take it in. They couldn't get him on the ground. Touchdown, Pandas.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
On the run from inside his own 5. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly.
Oh, he's ready to take a shot. Makes the catch on the left. And they'll do more than move the chains. They'll move that thing more than 30 yards down the field before he's finally stopped.
And we're going to call his name a lot today because this dude, he had over 100 last week. He has over 100 almost every single week because he's a staple in this offense. Puts up big numbers, makes big plays, and that's...
Hits him in stride inside the 10. Touchdown, South Carolina. And the stomping has commenced. A remarkable grab just keeps piling up scores.
I was about to say remarkable day. I mean, a remarkable career. Goodness gracious. This is a day that you just dream about having. You have these days in high school, but not in college. You're like, dang, this is as good as it gets. Nobody can stop him. He's absolutely in the zone.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. And the offense takes the field eager to go back to work. There's certainly still a hill to climb, but they've got to make sure these drives pay off. Got a touchdown last time. Can they back it up here?
Well, and it's amazing in a football game how sometimes they'll surprise you with what you do. Once you get settled and you realize what's going on, now I'm comfortable with it. Jesse, this offense...
They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20.
The defense just simply not fooled by the play action. Oftentimes, as an offense, you're hoping the run fake's going to slow down those pass rushers, but man, oh man, they had their ears pinned back.
Didn't help themselves much on first down. Let's see what they've got on second down from the 20. Looking to throw, it's Wicks. Throws to the tight end. Got his man to the left. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, running back gets to give.
Man, a nice second effort by the back to break a tackle. But how about those defensive backs willing to come up, stick their face in the fan, and make a tackle?
Those are the best run defenses, too, right? It's not just D linemen in line.
And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. I don't think when the quarterback called out the Mike backer that he knew that the Mike backer was going to come calling on him quite so quickly.
Nah, it was good timing, right? Like, you don't want to show it too...
And that ball is picked off. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
And when it's third and so long, it's very predictable. I'm bringing more DBs on the field. I'm bringing more speed. I know you're going to pass the football. So offenses have to be aggressive. They have to take shots. They did it there. The defense makes the big play.
He tries to take the top off. And the DB making a huge play, knocking it away downfield. Let's see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. 2nd and 10 from the 48. He's looking to throw. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on 2nd down, but 3rd down's coming up. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Fires deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And the punishment has been extended.
And the biggest thing is identifying coverages, right? Like, quarterback has to line up and see what he's seeing and see those safeties. I know outside with that safety in the middle of the field, I got a chance to attack and attack deep with my speedster, and he does a great job throwing the football out there, and he does the rest with the catch and then striding it into the end zone.
So we'll see the offense on the field to start this drive. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field and score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I'd have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
Out of the gun, the inside give. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Ball's at the 29. Defense can taste getting off the field. It's 3rd and long. Back to pass, it's Wicks. Had to get rid of it quickly. Just had to get rid of that one. Good job to fight another play. And the Pandas decide to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. He'll call for the fair catch here. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Makes the grab. Hit the gas, kid. Wide open ahead. Touchdown, Gamecocks. And the pummeling has started. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. They're lining up to boot it away. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Let's see what this offense has dialed up this time. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable, that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. The give to the back. Tackle is made at the 28 after a pickup of 3. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out fast. And that's a live ball. And the defense has it. Everybody reverse skate. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Great spot to start this drive for the offense. Trying to start the drive with a pass. He slings it deep to the left. Touchdown, South Carolina! And the beatdown has ensued. That was just as simple as playing catch in warm-ups.
And this offense felt like they could take advantage of this defense down the field throwing the football. They've got a lot of speed on the perimeter. And I feel like they've got some matchups they feel they should be winning one-on-one. You saw a great example of it right there.
Okay, so here comes the... Single to the field. They'll try the run. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Wicks. Throws for the tight end. Finds space on the right. They've got it to the 49-yard line, and they'll move the chains.
Well, the defense is in man coverage. The problem is they don't have guys that can match up from a size-speed standpoint with this tight end. So the QB found the right matchup, was able to hit him on the corner route, and it's a big play for this offense.
It'll be a 1st down from the 49-yard line. He's looking to throw it. And here's a fumble way behind the line. And the defense grabs it, and they're taking it the other way. Flying out to the left. Touchdown, Gamecocks. Not content to get the fumble, they scored with the fumble. You know, the defense is all about stopping teams, but when you have a chance to swing momentum, scoop it and score yourself, it is such a huge play.
Yeah, you should go to the offense, but bro, we don't need you today. We got this. We'll score ourselves if we have to. Great job by the defense, doing what they need to do, and then go talk a little trash to the offense.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. A 1st down for the offense. Give to the back. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Using his legs, it's Jeffrey. And they get him on the ground, and that'll probably do it for the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. Dropping back, it's Wicks. Unleashes one. And that is interception number 3 on the day. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's passed, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
He fires to the left side. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And the route is on. They put another one on the board here in the fourth quarter, and how about this team? Just a lone blemish on the resume and about to go to 10-1.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get concerned, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
Now this offense is back on the field. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. Open the drive with a chunk play out past the 40, and they are in business on first down. He's going to pass. He'll throw it. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here, because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Makes the catch and knocked down. Even if they don't convert, picking up a few would give them a decision to make on fourth down. It's 3rd and long from the 45. They want to just keep throwing it. And the defense gets to the quarterback.
You got to love a defense that just is flying around and having fun. That's what these guys look like, right? All game long, everything has gone their way. And here we are early in the fourth quarter, and they are still bringing their A game, getting a sack on that last one.
And the South Carolina offense is back on the field, looking for a productive play on first down. Dropping back, it's Sellers. He puts some heat on that one down the middle. He's got it downfield for a huge gain. Touchdown, South Carolina! And the stomping has commenced. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
Points, and more points. This offense has had their way. They just keep their foot on the gas, keep putting up points, keep putting up touchdowns. And you know what? This is one of those stats days. You look back and you're like, that guy had 12 touchdowns on the year. Well, 4 or 5 of them might have been in this game.
Here comes the offense on first down. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. Trying to find his man on first down. Finds his man. It's Hobbs. They get him down after he makes the catch. After that last completion, it's second down. He's looking to throw. He uncorks one deep. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And the punishment has been extended. They built a comfortable lead and trying to hang on for a Week 13 victory. He can find the end zone. Now 60 career touchdown catches.
I mean, that is just silly that this guy is always finding ways to get in the end zone. Like, you know they want to take him away. He is the focal point. 60 touchdowns, you know they're going to throw it to him. Palmer keeps making plays.
And, David, throughout his career, we've seen defenses try everything to stop this guy. They bracketed him, double coverage, man coverage, zone coverage. It doesn't matter. He's the ultimate weapon. 60 touchdown catches is so good.
And the catch along the sideline will come up a little short of the first down. Trying to get a rhythm in the passing game now on second down. Back to throw, it's Wicks. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass D. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. They'll try to get the first through the air. Bought a little time, lets it go. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Pandas will punt it away on 4th down. Just needs a crack to get a return. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Opening play of this drive comes from the 34. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Trying to burn this defensive back. He caught it. Couldn't quite nudge it in. Not sure you could get much closer, but it'll be 1st and goal. The Gamecocks want to move quickly. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. Wants to go up top. Fires into the end zone. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And the pummeling has started. They stretch this lead here in the 4th, and now they're closing in on their 9th win of the season. And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Offense getting set for 1st down. Looking to move it through the air. Slides away. And a little too much adrenaline on that throw. Never gave his receiver a chance. After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Wants to throw. It's Wicks. And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Yeah, and this defense just putting the cherry on top of the sundae. They've been all over the place. They've done a great job. Their offense has built a huge lead. We're just counting down the minutes on the clock now.
On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Finds the tight end. And he's not going to make it. The defense denying him the 1st down. And the Pandas will bring the punt team onto the field. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. This is a spot you see many returners try to take a chance, but not this time. The fair catch just inside the 40. 1st down for this offense. They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. A shot toward the end zone. Makes the catch. Touchdown, South Carolina. And the beatdown has ensued. Game must be moving so slowly for this quarterback. He sees everything 2 or 3 beats ahead.
Way ahead. I mean, it's been really, really easy. I better get some more hits on him. I better do something to make him feel uncomfortable, because right now, it's just like, oh, you're running that? Yeah, that's easy. I mean, he's already read your mail. You better change the address and do something different.
And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. And the offense heads out onto the field to get the drive started. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive, so they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And man, this offense just keeps trying to find something to go well. They're down so big. There's still time on the clock. Maybe they can put something together, but so far today, this has been ugly.
Let's see if they can get out of their own way on 2nd and long from the 8. Looking downfield, it's Wicks. Outside the pocket, lets it go. And his 5th interception of the game, a miracle they haven't pulled him yet. He was looking for running room, but they get him down at the 28, and now they are set up. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver. Offense gets set for second down. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Lets it fly deep downfield. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone. Third play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Going back to the well, another deep ball. He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown. How about that quarterback taking the shot downfield and delivering to the wide-open receiver?
I love this quarterback, Reese, because he's aggressive. He wants to take shots. He's looking for every opportunity to show off that cannon and that arm talent. He showed it to all of us right there.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. LSU is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Death Valley for some time. They're up by 18 over Vanderbilt. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. To the air, it's Wicks. And the quarterback hung up 2 and sacked at the 12. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. He's looking downfield to throw.
You've got to love what you're seeing if you're the head coach of this team, because your defense is simply not resting on their laurels, and they're playing until there's zeros on the clock. They've got a massive lead. We're late in the 4th quarter, and they're still getting sacks.
Sometimes avoiding disaster is the best thing. The punter just gets it out of there. South Carolina. Okay, ready? On the attack in another offensive odyssey. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been
wide open. He makes the catch. And we have breaking news. They score yet another touchdown. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. And he's going to try to return this one. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. And we'll see the offense make its way onto the field here, hoping for a successful drive. This has been a really disappointing performance, David, no question about that, but they can find some positives.
Yeah, and every time you watch the tape, you know, Jesse, coaches are pointing out, look at this. This was open if we just ran the details to the right route, hung on to the football. Little things can make a big difference.
Yeah, that's why they call it a game of inches, David. But I'll say this, if you're on offense, don't go on social media this week. It ain't going to be pretty after this performance. You've got to lock in. You've got to take the week of practice very seriously and find those positives that you can build off, David, you're talking about.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything is going on, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is what.
And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Oh, look what I found. The offense keeps it. The Pandas will call on their punt team. He gets a block. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. And the Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry up.
Slide 22.
Touch pass on the jet sweep. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert 3rd and short from the 30? Wide receiver now comes in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
At the 27, coming up, 4th down.
They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try to pick up the first. Discards a man. Brought to the ground, but not before getting enough for the first down. With the clock running, this should be the final play. So after